I've got a story for you. In this video, I want to discuss with you who's going to be the best local coach if the GFA wants a local coach to be the Black Stars of Ghana's head coach. Let's get started now, guys. So basically, the Black Stars of Ghana are without a head coach after about 2 weeks, and you know what happened in La Côte d'Ivoire, how the Black Stars of Ghana were shamefully and shockingly axed out of the AFCON, and it was really shocking. It was really sad too, after how we just needed a win against Mozambique, and I mean, it went down crashing down, it went down, everything went collapsing, and I mean, it ended up being a draw that we came out. So we know what the issues surrounding the Black Stars now and how we don't have a coach. The last update was George Boateng, who was former Aston Villa player, former Netherlands player, and then he was a former Black Stars head coach who says he wants to be the coach of the Black Stars. We know how Michael Osei was a former Kumasi Asante Kotoko player. So we've also heard how Maxwell Konadu also has sent in his application to be the Black Stars head coach. And as of now, we are still looking at options from the local media, and I mean, it's something that people have been talking about. But the last local coach we had was Chris Hughton, because Chris Hughton is a local coach, if I'm to put it that way, because Chris Hughton is half Ghanaian and half Irish. His father comes from Jamestown in Accra, and I mean, we know what will happen. So I'm doing this video because the last 3 AFCONs have been won by local coaches. What I mean local coaches, I mean natives of that country. So Algeria won it with Jamal Belmadi. Jamal Belmadi comes from Algeria. He played for Algeria national team. He won it for them. And I mean, the last one too, I mean, Senegal was won by Aliou Cissé. Aliou Cissé is a former captain of the Senegalese national team, and he won it for them as a coach. And the last one to win is MS5. MS5 from Ivory Coast. I think I remember watching him play with the days with Ivory Coast with DJ Drogba, and I mean, he's won it. So the thing is, who can be our MS5? Who can be the man going to win the AFCON for the Black Stars if it's a local coach we are considering? The thing is, the last time the Black Stars of Ghana won an AFCON was won by a local coach. So I think CKGMF has won 3 AFCON for the Black Stars of Ghana, and it tells you that local coaches, I mean, can do something if you are given the chance. But looking at the list we have, who do you think should be our main man? I look at Maxwell Konadu and I'm like, oh no, Maxwell Konadu has been Kusiapio's assistant for a long time, and Konadu, I mean, I don't really rate him. He was giving the chanting, and I don't really know. It just doesn't click. It just doesn't work when he's giving the team. Players, I've been thinking about Kusiapia. Should we get Kusiapia to come back? Is Kusiapia good enough to coach the Black Stars of Ghana now? I mean, for me, my stand on Kusiapia is one. Kusiapia is a good scout. Kusiapia is one that gives chance to the kids. If anything, Kusiapia should be the technical director, the man that gets the chance to get in more players. I mean, now people are blaming the GFA for calling people from nowhere. In the days of Kusiapia, that was how it was. Kusi actually didn't play any of the under 17 or under 20, but when he was good enough, we just called him to the Black Stars and he played. You get it? So I mean, it doesn't really matter where you're coming from. If you don't have team chemistry, you have a good coach, I'm sure that the coach can get something out of the team. If we are looking for a foreign coach, I would have gone for Hervé Renard. Hervé Renard is known for, I mean, his exceptional leading abilities, his exceptional tactical brain, his emphasis on players being very fit for the job. And I saw his video when he beat Argentina 1-0 at the World Cup with Saudi Arabia, and how he was strong. He's mentally very strong, very focused. He's one that pulls the team together. Personally, if everyone else was our coach, I would love it. But I mean, we can't afford him, and we just can't go and buy him out of his contract at France, because he's the France national women team's head coach. But I think ideally, if you're looking for a foreign coach, from what I've read and from what I've learned, the best foreign coach for the Black Stars should be Tom Saintfiet. I mean, those who followed me for the channel, I've been talking about him. Exceptional coach, magical coach, has more than 15 years on his coaching CV. I mean, he speaks English. He's just there. And his last coaching job was Gambia. He's done all the coaching job in Africa, and I mean, amazing personality. And the way he picked the Gambian national team from the dust to the top, from the grass to grace. I mean, amazing story. And anybody who watched the AFCON, the last game between Gambia and Cameroon, I mean, they nearly beat Cameroon. They are there. I mean, they are there. And if you have a coach who can take players from Gambia to play this level, I mean, it tells you that he needs to be given a chance. If it comes to local coach or a Ghanaian coach, I'll go for Otto Addo. I think it's time for us to go back to Otto Addo. Why am I saying this? Look, one thing Ghanaians don't do well is we don't really have patience when it comes to observing coaches. The best coaching appointment that we've done under Keto Krogu has been Otto Addo. And you know what? Otto Addo was that good. We are talking about this Black Star team that can't even qualify from a group stage, and Otto Addo picked this team, went to Nigeria and made sure we qualified. And if you watch the tactical approach, you watch how defensively disciplined we were. Oh my God, Otto Addo was really, really good. And now we can't even be Comoros. We can't even be Madagascar. Otto Addo beat Madagascar 3-0 at Cape Coast with the same carrying group of players. He was tactically good. He beat South Korea at the World Cup. And now we can't even be Mozambique. He's a Ghanaian. He played for the Black Stars of Ghana in the 2006 World Cup. He's just that guy. But the thing is, he doesn't have the free hands to work. So when he was in Ghana, you could see that he didn't really want to talk or say what was going inside, and that's how come he resigned. And I think if we need a local coach to coach the Black Stars, let's go for Otto Addo. Anybody who watched the game against Ghana versus Nigeria, I think in Nigeria, where Ghana was, I think it was 1-1 at the point. At 1-1, I think he brought on Osman Bukari. He was the one who gave Osman Bukari the chance or the call up. And Osman Bukari fell down. And Osman Bukari was trying to play this time wasting gimmicks. And he said, "What do you mean?" He was shouting and he was screaming. And he told you that he had control over the voice. And Otto Addo can be our MS5 if we really want to grow our football. Because if Otto Addo has coached Erling Haaland, coach Jude Bellingham, coach Jadon Sancho, coach all the young Karim Adeyemi, coach all those young guys at Dortmund, why can't he coach Mohamed Kudus? He coached Mohamed Kudus. The best we've seen of Mohamed Kudus was under Otto Addo. I have a problem with countryman Songo. I think he's been an exceptional figure in trying to reshape our football, but he called him a scout. And even when he was a scout, he was the one who scouted Ghana versus Germany. He was the one who scouted the Germany team, and Ghana nearly beat Germany in the 2014 World Cup. It was Otto Addo's work. You get it? And we have this Ghanaian working very hard. We saw what he did at the World Cup too. Look, had it not been that penalty miss by Andre Ayew in the game against Uruguay, Ghana would have probably beaten Uruguay. Imagine if you got that early goal. Well, listen, Ghana was even against Portugal. Look at how defensively we were, but we defended very well. It took a penalty kick from a referee that wasn't a penalty kick for Ghana to lose that game. You get it? So are you telling me if Otto Addo was the coach for the Black Stars of Ghana going into the AFCON in a group against Cape Verde, in a group against Mozambique, in a group against Egypt? He said they asked him that which game was going to be the easiest game. He says it was going to be the Egypt game. He knows the Black Stars team. I think Otto Addo is the best man for the Black Stars job, if you are being honest. You get it? The only thing I would have loved for him is after if he picks the Black Stars job, he doesn't have to pick any favorites. You see, any coach that has a favorite is bound to fail, because even when the player is not doing well, you just keep on playing him. And that's what Pep Guardiola has taught us. Even when Kevin De Bruyne is misbehaving, Kevin De Bruyne is on the bench, Jack Grealish is misbehaving, Jack Grealish is on the bench. Pep doesn't have any favorites. Pep doesn't. So if you're a coach, we expect you to do the work without any favorites. His leadership style is amazing, really on point, making sure that the team play very, very good football. If we're able to develop our own, I'm sure we'll get a coach that will get Black Stars to win the AFCON again. What Chris, you think we're not playing the game? We're not playing anything. We're just the only goal we scored in the first half was Mohamed Kudus' individual brilliance. But with Otto Addo, you could see that the Blasters were playing football. We're playing attacking football. We're trying to do something. If we would not score, there was no way we were going to concede. And I sat there and I'm like, oh God, we lost this Ghanaian coach. Let's get him back. He loves Ghana. The GFA must get him back at all costs. I mean, that's what I feel. Because if we can't afford to pay $45,000 for Ahmed Abdul, what's Otto Addo doing? I mean, try and convince him to take the Ghana job on permanent basis. So when it comes to the tactical knowledge, he's just there. I remember the Blasters used to play a 4-3-3 with Otto Addo, and it was really, really good. And when we wanted to defend, it was a 5-back and was very strong. So guys, we can do very well if we have a Ghanaian coach who knows what he's about. Trust me. Thank you for watching this video. The best yet to come. Bye for now.